Hello there.
I'm a man of patience, but even I have limits. I haven't started my study of the Radas ancestral tomb, and I've been here an entire week. The only common ground I have with these miners is a tolerance for dust and darkness. What do you mean, as well? I was given the privilege of taking exacting measurements and precise illustrations of the Radas family tomb. Huh. Rubbings, please. Well, just don't break anything while you're mashing coal against paper in my workspace.
Well?
I erect the spine of disappointment. How can one possibly study the effects of pilgrimage on a local economy if there are no pilgrims? I could prune my focus to a case study, but that would simply be a tree with no branches. I hatched with something of a wanderlust, so the journeys of man, mer, and beast are all currents that tug at me. I came to Molag Mar to follow the pilgrim's path, to learn all I could about how it shapes those who walk it, and the path itself. The journeys tend to get off to rocky starts. Between the pilgrims disappearing and the mine being closed down, we are huddled inside the walls of the canton like the shells of our birth, aching to stretch our legs.
The Telvanni mages kind of make my skin crawl, but they certainly know how to drink. I can appreciate that.
Step light, stride far, O ye buoyant onagers, to glory days and triumphant nights. March on through your bloody fight. Sing proud sound roars, O ye buoyant onagers.
If you're passing through, pay attention. I'll say this once. Pilgrims who ignore my warning vanish from the roads by morning. Whether you're from near or far, best keep your arse at Molag Mar. I find it best to put official notice in verse. Helps people remember, and reminds them buoyant armigers aren't ordinators. Nobody wants to talk to them, even other ordinators. Now, if I could get someone to tell me who's attacking these pilgrims. If you're offering. I suspect Ashlanders are behind the disappearances, but I don't have the numbers to chase them off. If you can sneak into their camp near Molag Mar and find me proof of their involvement, I could finally get some reinforcements. Avoid killing the Ashlanders unless they give you no choice. I don't need you starting a blood feud with my forces split. Now, I must be off to hold the heroic line at a deeply fishy mine. Such is the life of a buoyant armiger. As a rule, they don't like us. So when our people start disappearing, not long after an Ashlander tribe set up camp near Molag Mar, I wager it's more than a coincidence. Just a dreg infestation. We have them contained. They're an untimely distraction, but nothing we can't handle. Once the dreg finish mating, we'll clear them out while they're still sluggish. Shouldn't be more than a week. Vivek's finest, fleet and fit, besting heretic by sword, an ordinator by wit. Sworn to live a life of noble grace, except to laugh in danger's face. And sometimes we quamma wrangle groups of pilgrims. Warrior poets are quite versatile.
I'm sorry that there were problems at the mine, but I'm certain everything will get back to normal soon. What kind of example do I set? Lolling about this canton. I've read every book in the place and paced every corridor 100 times. It's not what the warrior poet would do. Captain Naro stationed me to the canton indefinitely. I told her I'm fit for duty, but she won't budge. I can't even pretend not to look bored at this point. Clipped in the knee by a lucky dreg in the mine, I might have gotten ahead of the cordon, by a good bit. But I'm up on my feet again and ready to serve. It was just a minor wound. She's overreacting. I mean, if those Ashlanders attack, more pilgrims will be in danger, right? So who's really taking the risk here? No point in arguing, though. It's her call.
My recipes appear as a ray of sunshine on a cloudy day in this dismal land of giant insects and disagreeable dark elves. It's a well-known fact that I'm the best cook east of Somerset. Ask anyone.
Trouble or no, I'm not going to let it affect my profits. So, welcome to my inn, and damn happy to meet you. Show me your gold, and we'll get along just fine.
Don't let the sophists fool. Fear not upon the walking way. Just let hysteria rule. In their own world, the mad have laws, but only if they're written. The wise can write them different rules, for by the word they're smitten.
Hail.
Use no words for apologies. If you seek absolution, action is the walking way, and words are no solution. The wise avoid apology when ravers must be beaten. So sing not with the dusty tongue. No word is true till eaten.
Magistrix Vox nearly destroyed itself for her. just because the people refuse to bow down to her.
Greetings.
You can understand all that? Give it your all. Just keep growing! Look at you being resourceful. Sorry, Tree. We need at your flesh chunk. Beautiful. us our stories. Don't hold back. Could have been worse. Can we look through their things?
Making a lot of enemies.
in the act! You have much to answer for! Is this why you sneak through our camp? To desecrate our sacred rites? Do the slaves of the false gods fear us so much they won't even face us themselves? Why are you here, Outlander? Answer truthfully, and I may only hobble you. Always they blame us for their ills. If they seek our deaths, they should just come for them. These ploys and ambushes are the acts of cowards! 4 have vanished since we arrived to find your armigers building their garish shrine over our ancestral lands. I suspect they were made prisoners of the false gods. You deny it? Those who worship the Three are devious, but if it's true that they do not seek our destruction, I will not invite it. What will make them leave us be? Your pilgrims are not here. They litter the wild with their weakness. A beast's meal, nothing more. See for yourself. You will find what's left of their camps here, where I have marked your map. I will seek my own answers. When you have seen what I have seen, meet me at the Helon ancestral tomb. My kin remain missing. I will find them regardless of whether you speak truth or lies. The burial ground has been disturbed recently. Once you see that we are innocent, we will learn if the truth lies with the dead.
Hey, it's your funeral. How'd you even spot that?
You have investigated the camps. Do you still believe we are to blame? Work of carrion animals, I thought. Now I'm not so sure. When I found the bloody tracks leading to this tomb, I heard wailing within. If one of your pilgrims disturbed the ancestor spirits, perhaps it is their wrath we have witnessed. I will not invade an ancestor tomb. No Ashlander would be welcome in such a place. They are as unclean and treacherous as the three. You may test if the trespass of Outlander feet is of less offense, but I will remain here.
Don't hurt me, please! You weren't followed, were you? The ruddy man hunts us. It lives again. It attacked our camp last night, tore poor Ilva's head off, right in front of me. I ran as fast as I could, and I hid in here. The spawn of Vivek and Molag Bal? The dread hunter wearing the ancient carapace? Have you read nothing of the sermons? It devoured all it saw until Vivek cast it down, twice over. But it lives again. You have to believe me. No. When I saw it, I ran and never looked back. Wait. It lunged from the rocks above. The glass mine! We were near the glass mine when it descended on us. Watch for traps. I hoped they'd kill it, not us. I thought I'd never see the sky again. Thank the three. Thank you! Ah, an Ashlander! Run, friend! I'm sorry, I just want to go home.
In hindsight, the wailing was too pathetic to have been the angry dead. What did your sniveling pilgrim have to say for himself? Only a fool would believe that. The mad gibberings of a scared scrib. We cannot go chasing myths. Did the weakling provide us nothing of value? What you call glass mine, we know as an ancient dreg spawning grounds. The slaves of the false gods have disturbed these beasts. Now we all pay the price. Then we will see where this path takes us. The tracks that brought me here will surely lead us to our quarry. The glass mine is not far. Lead on.
This shouldn't take long.
There are many tracks here. Look, above! Why does it hesitate? Do we scare you, ruddy man? It flees! It wants no part of prey that can wound it. Was that the creature the pilgrims fear? This ruddy man of legend? It is skulking vermin inflated by the lies of a false god, nothing more. Dreg are not usually cunning, this much is true. Now that it knows we hunt it, this creature may wait us out in its lair. They will not trust the word of an Ashlander, and we know the creature easily eludes them. You must hunt it. You must kill it. Who else, Outlander? The slaves of the false gods will never allow me to trespass their domain, and the task is beyond them. This falls to you, or no one. If this creature is of the Dreg, it may share their weaknesses. I will consult our wise women. They may know something that will aid you in this hunt. Convince the pawns of the three of what you have found. I will meet you at the mine's entrance. It is an invention of the three, a fable of great deeds to serve the vanity of a false god. To see it is to know they speak no truths.
Cut them down!
That looks to be the last of them. For now. I was beginning to think the Ashlanders got you as well. Were you able to find evidence that they've been preying on the pilgrims? I can't spare a moment from these Dreg as it is. Is that your idea of a sick joke? We have more sense of humor than the Ordinators, Outlander, but blasphemy is a line you best not cross. The Ruddy Man is an evil dealt with long ago, by Vivek himself. Where did you even get such an idea? One of gods. That's a smell for the ages. So this is what became of Sidra. I hope she gave a good account of herself. Suppose I entertain this theory. What am I supposed to tell the temple? Send Lord Vivek? Then understand this. Whatever you find down there, it isn't the Ruddy Man. Vivek killed the Ruddy Man. There are still miners unaccounted for. Do what you can for anyone still alive down there. Vivek guide you to great glories. What now? An Ashlander? Keep your distance, understand?
Peace, armigers. I must speak with the Outlander. That is all.
If you wish to hear him out, I'll permit it. But don't let your guard down.
The wise women cannot say if your quarry is what you think, but they have shared their knowledge of Dreg with me. They offer a mixture to lure the creature out. Spill this in the Ruddy Man's den, and it will show itself. It works on the Dreg. That is all I can say. Be wary in its lair. If that thing took my kin, then it is more dangerous than it leads on. You have proven yourself capable for an Outlander. Avenge our lost warriors. Trust the wise women's mixture. Dreg crave a dark, dank place from which to snatch unsuspecting prey. Drive them from this safety, and they are no danger to skilled warriors.
Be careful in there. We'll keep an eye on this Ashlander.
regret this.
Thank the three. I thought these wretched creatures would devour me.
Don't all the lines just blur together? Time to knock some heads! Show them! Oh, you're going to regret this!
I'm alive. I'm alive. Thank you.
We've got this!
Free? You have my thanks, Outlander.
That's it then? You've dealt with whatever was attacking our pilgrims? When I accepted your offer of assistance, I didn't expect you to be this thorough. Your bravery in descending into that dreg-infested mine alone and slaying whatever it was that was killing the pilgrims is commendable. The ruddy man from the sermons took the act of a god to fell, so forgive me if I don't seem convinced your beast was him. No one knows where the original carapace came from. Perhaps there were other, lesser objects cut from the same cloth. Not a pleasing thought, but it's an explanation I can accept. We can only hope the world never sees the like of the true ruddy man again. It's gone for now, and we've avoided a feud with the Ashlanders. So let's try to look on the bright side.
Your stench is proof enough of your deeds. Was this ruddy man a worthy foe? You have my respect, Outlander. Our fallen warriors are avenged. Tell your armigers that we will soon depart. May we never cross paths again. Home. The ritual of sacrifice is almost complete, and the Daedra lords you so foolishly ignore will, we hope, spare us their wrath for another decade. We will hope they turn their dire gaze upon Molag Mar before we return again.
Once things settle down, I'll pen a ballad in your honor, Outlander. You have my word, it'll stink less than this place when we're done.
Such displeasure and disappointment. Nothing works, even though every calculation is precise. Now an interruption. How infuriating. Wait. Sometimes the great gear turns from frustration to opportunity. Divine energy. I'll have you know I participated in Lord Sotha Seal's 9 analyses of the exalted enigmas. But we have more important matters. I'm about to determine the correlation between color and time, and I could use another set of hands. A reciprocal exchange. Interesting, yes. I can see the benefits of such an arrangement. Very well. Just activate the crystals in the proper sequence while I modulate the energy flow. Less chance of an explosion that way. A good start. Keep going. Reset the mechanism and try again. Not in the proper sequence. Try again. Good start. Keep going. No. Reset the mechanism and try again. A good start. Keep going. Activated, but not in the proper sequence. Try again. A good start. Keep going. Correct. So far, so good. Smoke instead of light. Not the reaction I was hoping for. A good start. Keep going. Correct. So far, so good. Like clockwork you are. Close, very close. One more to go. Yes, I love it when the gears align. Perfect. Such are the benefits of an extra set of appendages. The energy flows freely and without disruption, allowing the rods and the pistons to align in a most pleasing manner. Thank you. Now, why do you want to know about divine energy? Scent. How intriguing. I was just thinking about my former master, Sotha Seal, and the experiments we conducted. He desperately sought to understand the power he and his companions attained, especially whether or not that power was temporary. Not while I assisted him. He had a tool that he used to drain away minute bits of his own divine energy to store and study. He could extract it and return it as he saw fit. Not sure what became of the tool, but here are my notes from those days. More questions. Well, Lord Sotha Seal attributed curiosity to intellectual superiority. Suppose I should do the same. Ask, and I will attempt to tighten the cogs of your ongoing education as best I can. Odd question. Is a hammer a weapon? A saw? A Dwemer spring spanner? No, it was just a tool. A device crafted by Sotha Seal to aid in his endless experiments. Suppose I could imagine ways to modify the device, but for what reason? Haven't a clue. Tools have a way of wandering off when you don't stay vigilant. Had a guar that used to swallow tools when I wasn't looking. Glowed for a month until the enchantment dissipated and the tool passed. Should have heard the screams. I was his apprentice, but that was years ago. Spent time working in the Clockwork City. That's what I learned about energy transference, Dwemer engineering, mechanical symmetry. Made me the dark elf I am today. But I have a question. Who sent you? The Archcanon, Lord Vivek's High Priest. Suddenly the gears align. I can think of a number of reasons that Alman V would want to know about C and his tools, but some doors just shouldn't be opened. He's the father of mysteries and the architect of time, one of the Tribunal, the three living gods of the Dark Elves. Creates all sorts of helpful and intriguing devices, like the Clockwork City. I haven't seen my old master in many years. It's a wonder and a miracle. All brass tunnels, glass domes, and giant gears. He was inspired by the work of the Dwemer. But the Clockwork City is pure Sotha Seal. He made it to forge the future and reshape the world. I learned a lot there.
Outlander, over here!
This requires a considerable amount of effort, so just listen. We have a problem here. Return to my office immediately.
Delicate and dashing. This shouldn't take long. Heavy sack. Greetings.
You see, I'm busy.
Magister Thorana really doesn't like to be bothered. Unless you have legitimate business with her, I suggest you leave. Oh, my. Well, she's very mysterious. Unusual, perhaps, but bold. She's going to do great things with her life. I just know it. You don't want to fail her, however. She doesn't abide mistakes. That's why I do my best not to disappoint her.
So much to do.
Magister Thorana tossed the last outlander who displeased her off the top of her tower. I hope you don't plan on paying her a visit.
I don't take passengers, if that's what you're about to ask. I deal with enough swits once I come ashore, so I certainly don't need any crowding up my holds.
This shouldn't take long.
The best stuff is free stuff.
Think they got what it takes?
I'm rather busy right now.
study of alchemy is a time-honored tradition passed down from generation to generation, so I expect no silliness here. Understood? Now,
You, over here.
I can buy your goods, or I can make sure other merchants don't kick up a fuss about them. Your choice.
Yes, yes, your goods will be perfectly safe. I personally guarantee it.
These Vardenfell Dark Elves distrust Outlanders, but they seem to keep a particularly careful eye on Khajiit. Well, not like it's much different than anywhere else in Tamriel.
would be
Outlander.
nice
Well
to
done.
get a drink or two.
As you recover more rubbings, return here to me. With every detail we add to our model, the closer we get to discovering the location of the lost library. I prepared a list of tombs you need to find. Refer to the note as you conduct your search. Wonderful! I'll decipher its portion of the clues and finalize the associated section of the diorama at once.
At last. Did you see what's happening outside? Red Mountain rumbles louder and more frequently. The sky grows dark, and worst of all, the people are beginning to notice. Soon I'll have to muster the Ordinators to keep them from the palace doors. In part, Lord Vivek is not well. I won't allow his followers to see him in this state. He continues to lose energy, and it's becoming difficult for him to maintain the realm in his usual fashion. Now, what did your investigations uncover? I'll review these documents and present your findings to Lord Vivek. I was against bringing you into this investigation, but I was wrong. Thank you for aiding us. You should go see Lord Vivek now. He's been asking about you. I'll be along shortly. Very well. Tell me what you learned at each of the locations, and let's see what conclusions we can come to. From what you discovered, I dare say there may be a correlation between the narcotic relic and the tool Barrelzow mentioned. And it seems the Ashlander thieves are connected to Chodala. Your evidence points to a clear conclusion. So it appears. Lord Vivek's doing his best not to complain, but I can see how much the draining of his energy has cost him. Just seeing you again should improve his mood considerably. And the progress you made with your investigations, outstanding. So your notes say, and this Saren assisted you. Interesting. Most Ashlanders want nothing to do with the Tribunal. Even so, they rarely become aggressive. I'd say this Chodala bears watching. If we can spare it, I'll send an armiger to Aldrin. Interesting theory. Perhaps Chodala's staff can steal Vivek's energy. But I have a hard time imagining how an Ashlander could accomplish such a feat. Lord Vivek said the draining has grown more intense since you left. It doesn't look well. Barrelzow faithfully served Sotha Seal. He's as loyal to the Tribunal as I am. He would never intentionally harm Lord Vivek. But that tool he mentioned. Perhaps one of the priests Vivek sent away could search the temple archives for more information. Lord Vivek doesn't want his followers to see him in such a weakened state. Only you, Canon Levuel, and myself are permitted into his palace now. Speaking of the palace, Lord Vivek wants to see you when we're done here.
Bardow is falling, and Red Mountain erupts, but Lord Vivek will still protect.
I demand you make way and let me see Lord Vivek!
Lord Vivek isn't receiving visitors today. My lord, please let me send for aid. Perhaps one of the healers can help you.
Pain is best tolerated in private, as I have written in the 37th ballad.
There must be something I can do.
You can call the Archcanon. He should hear the news our friend brings us. The river drains into the sea as my divinity flows out of me. Needs some work. As you can see, I continue to lose energy, and it has made me somewhat agitated. Have you made any progress toward discovering the source of my discomfort? An Ashlander? That seems unlikely, but I trust your instincts. We need to find out more about this Chodala and the ancient enemy that aids him. Take this. Another token of my appreciation. And look, here comes the Archcanon now.
My lord, the Outlander may have actually discovered something.
When a god knows loss, mortals suffer. As is often the case, dark thoughts form the most poignant phrases. I must concentrate, lest the moonlit plunge or some other disaster befalls us. Talk to the Archcanon. See how he thinks we should proceed.
You really got our investigation moving in the right direction. I know it's just a matter of time until Lord Vivek returns to his old self. I suppose you'll want to talk to the Archcanon, though.
After further examination of the documents you brought back, I have to agree with your assessment. The Ashlander Chodala has somehow siphoned divine energy away from Lord Vivek. Not exactly. But now that we know that the affliction isn't natural, we can work toward a solution, one that probably involves Chodala's staff. How the Ashlander got his hands on Sothasil's tool and turned it into a weapon is beyond me, though. Eventually, but we need to be cautious. If Chodala is as respected as you say, attacking him would start a war we can't afford to partake in. Go to Aldrin and talk to his sister, Saren. I don't trust her either, but she worked with you before. Get to Aldrin and locate Saren. She needs to tell us more about Chodala and then help us acquire his staff. Without it, we can't restore Vivek. Meanwhile, I need to placate the populace. The people grow concerned over Vivek's continuing isolation. Didn't we cover this? Let me refresh your memory. Lord Vivek suffers stoically as his divine energy drains away. Neither my administrations nor his defenses have been sufficient to plug the hole, so we've isolated him to keep panic to a minimum. Experience, Outlander. Experience. I have seen the Dunmer rage against the gods at the least provocation. When they realize that Vivek is ill, that his powers are failing, they'll weep and gnash their teeth like frightened children. The people don't handle the infirmities of their deities very well, especially when those infirmities could foreshadow Red Mountain's eruption or portend the moonlets fall from the sky. Once such fear ignites, it spreads like wildfire.
The wary warrior weakens and withers, despite his dashing exuberance of expression. Do as the Archcanon directs, while I conserve my remaining energy, and do what I can to stave off this attack. If attack it truly is.
An Ashlander? Could a heathen actually threaten one of the tribunal? Oh, such a thought makes my stomach hurt.